As you guys head out of the restaurant, um, you guys remember that the hag's lair that you guys discovered, the entrance to it is in the basement of Shroom Liza's house, which is down in the resident quarter of the city. Probably about a mile from where you guys are right now.
Let's head back.
Yeah.
So we're following the plan, Russian, blow them up.
I mean, do we really have any other plan?
Boom, boom.
We could, maybe they have a second entrance, but I don't know where we would look to try and find that. Actually, so wait, we know that the one lady who works with the Shroom King, goddamn the brains and shit. We could go to her house. Maybe there's a second entrance there. Then again, they probably just see us coming from there too.
Yeah, I don't think it makes a difference. I think we just go
And
in
we
there
have
and
no
blow 'em up.
idea who the third person
Go with
is.
Yip.
Alright. Drop
Just
in
hit it
and
and
wreck shit.
destroy them.
Alright, so you guys make your way back across the city. It is pretty early still, and there's a lot of hustle going on. People making their way to work, businesses opening, wares being peddled on the streets. But slowly but surely, you guys make your way to the residential district and back to Shirley's house, which has left, or which looks like it has, nothing has changed since you guys were here last. As you open the door and head inside, and down to the basement, you guys are met with the sight of the sloping ramp, the slick entrance into this lair.
I have a 50-foot rope. Someone else with a rope we could time together and just try to climb down.
I'll hand you my rope.
Yeah.
I can head down first, because I can stop myself from falling with my hands. Turn into stingers just in case.
Wait,
Help steady the rope at the bottom.
Go fast. Ash, do you want the slippers of spider climbing? You could literally walk on walls.
I'll take it.
Yeah, go for it.
Then I'm just gonna put them on and walk down the wall. Yeah.
Okay. So working together to secure the rope, you guys easily make a almost like a little handrail type thing to be able to slide down safely. And one by one, you guys make your way down to the foot of the slope. As you guys arrive down at the bottom, for a moment you are standing in a dark, swampy tunnel that stretches out, widening as it goes forward into darkness. It is lit by the occasional flitting, glowing spore. But then there is a sort of flash as the area around you seems to shift and change rapidly, becoming a shadowy void dimension with waxy figures, dead bodies laying all over the place. Yep, you can see Kryn's lifeless corpse strewn out on the ground, and next to Kryn you can see Belior, and Atia, you see Thunden, and you see cheeks spread out on the ground. All of you see these awful visions, and then a split second later, the corridor returns to its normal swampy cavern.
Still trying to scare us. Well, we aren't turning back this time.
Alright.
So
Just gonna take up my big shield.
the tunnel stretches forward out of sight. Although, Risk, you believe that you can see just at the edge of your vision that the cavern seems to open up and kind of bend around a corner. You can also tell that that green glow that you saw before was from these flittering little spores that are flying about.
I like to walk on the top of the tunnel, right above my brother.
Okay. The tunnel's about 20 feet tall, so you make your way up and begin to walk around.
I'm just realizing this now. Arlo, did you ever tell us what you could actually do? Like, are you just a civilian coming in here?
No, Arlo wouldn't have said, you can tell that they're pretty scrappy looking, but otherwise they, at the moment, don't have any visible weapons.
I'm just gonna trust that you can take care of yourself.
I'll be fine, don't worry.
Shroom's just gonna take his big shield and probably get right at the front, just in case there's some kind of trap, which there probably will be.
Good enough. Let's say to Sheila, scout ahead for us.
Sheila kind of nods and then kind of like trumps off into the darkness.
I'm gonna stay about 10 feet behind Shroom.
Risk is staying towards the back.
Atia's gonna turn to Yip and just ask, very confused. Hey, I think I drank too much last night and I don't remember, but our plan is still to just defeat the hags and defeat Ludomir, right?
To be honest, I'm just killing anybody who gets in my way at this point. So, anybody who gets in my way of killing Taskin is a problem.
I finally see your point of view. And Atia's gonna put on her armor.
Alright.
This group got so fucked up in 3 years.
Jesus.
A lot of things have happened.
As you guys creep forward, who's up in the front?
That would be Shroom.
And Gloom right above him.
Big mate shield.
You see in the darkness a huddled little shape, something laying lifeless against the swampy floor. As you get closer, Ugnath, you see it too, and your breath catches as you see the body of Sheila, lifeless and slumped over on the ground.
Ugnath would kind of let out a low growl. And just bite, like have his teeth ground down.
Suddenly you guys hear a pitter patter, something is coming towards you, and then into vision, Sheila comes running into sight. The body on the ground kind of puffs away into the smoke.
Fucking magic.
That's all they have. Tricks.
I'm gonna.
Sheila kind of whines towards you, Ugna, and kind of like pokes her head towards the way that she went. It seems like she wants you to follow her.
Sheila's saying to go this way.
Right. I will follow what my guy is assuming is Ugna's kid.
Tia wants to use the face side.
Alright, what does face sight do? Oh, you just linked it, thank you. Let's see.
I'll know the location of creatures within 60 feet using magic to hide or disguise themselves.
Okay. You do not sense any creatures within 60 feet. As you guys continue on after Sheila, you guys round the bend and are immediately met with a kind of a foggy green light that is emitting from below as you enter out into a very large room of this cavern. You can see that you guys are on one edge of a massive chasm. The other edge of it, way off in the distance. And it stretches down out of sight, but is filled with a thick green fog of spores and gas that seems to hover down below. There is the ceiling of the cavern. It stretches up quite high as well, but you can see large glowing mushrooms the size of enormous trees emerging from the fog, kind of like on either side of the chasm. Spanning the chasm is a rickety old bridge made of splintering wooden planks and held together with rope. Hold up. Cats.
How long is this chasm? How long across does the bridge go?
Let me take a look here. Let me do some measuring. It's very long for sure.
What are the chances this is a trap?
Very high,
99%.
brother. Very high.
It's about 125 feet long across from one side to the other of this chasm.
I think I can jump it.
Well, I definitely could, but do we want to go across the bridge and rely on that, or do we want our own anchors on each side?
I suppose we could reinforce the bridge. And I could take away my weight by scaling the ceiling to the other side.
I can also turn into a giant eagle.
What if the chasm is not real? Like what we've been saying?
Someone's
Just
gonna pick up a
throw
rock.
Yes.
Yeah. Both of them just throw a rock at the same time.
The rocks plunge down into the fog for a second, just kind of like punching a hole in the cloud before the fog reasserts itself. You do not hear the rocks hit
I
anything.
think it's real.
We've got two people who can just go ahead and get to the other side. I think Shroom can too, because you can walk on the ceiling.
Yep.
Well, Gloob can. I gave her them.
Oh, you give her the slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because thematically, it just made more sense with their character. I'm not a very mobile individual.
I might just go ahead and burn my scroll of dimension door and TP to the other side.
Can't you bring someone with you?
That is the same size as him. So you could maybe bring the small cat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're kobolds small. They are.
Yeah.
You're the only small one now. You said 3 small ones.
I think there's Wallace, Will, or Yip, and Brisk.
But
I'm
they are-
medium,
Wallace
so
big.
I'm also medium.
Oh wow.
Oh dang.
So I can't bring anybody, so I just TP.
Use you dimension door without being able to see what's on the other side. Are you not risking being caught unaware, trapped, and vulnerable?
Well, he can't hear you.
Depends
'Cause he's
on
like
doing
100
that.
feet away.
Yip jumps
kind
through a
of. Oh
dimension
wait,
door
no,
and appears on the other side of the chasm. Nothing happens.
Well, it may take a while, but perhaps you could fly back the spider boots so every one of us can individually walk across the sea.
I'm pretty sure they have to be attuned, and I'm just assuming that.
Never mind.
Yeah, Gloom would have done it earlier. That would have been a whole conversation earlier.
Sorry.
Yep. Are you okay?
I mean,
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Everyone else here.
Gloom
Hurry
might
up.
be able to carry people over.
Can I carry a couple of people over?
Can I carry somebody? Yeah.
What? What's wrong with the bridge, guys? No, I'm just fucking. So yeah, what? As a giant eagle, I would imagine that you could probably carry a couple of people over, especially the lighter ones like Brisk and.
Yeah, I have a strength of 16 and a
Arlo.
fly speed of 80. So
Okay. So yes, you'd be able to bring. I think more realistically, you'd be able to bring like one person across at a time, without feeling too weighed down. You know.
yeah.
Yip throws a rock at the bridge.
It kind of shudders, swings back and forth across this chasm. It looks very dangerous.
Probably not worth the 4th level spell scroll.
I'm
Fuck it.
gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the
Oh.
eagle.
I had an idea. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I run up to the side of the bridge and cast mending.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you could individually repair the little boards of wood on here if you'd like.
I don't know. Can you guys carry me? I weigh 275.
Ooh.
I'm gonna look at the metal rabbit and look at the giant eagle and just start walking towards the giant eagle.
Alright. So, yes, are you flying them all across one by one then, Udnath?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So it takes a little while, but you can lift each of them. I would say the lighter ones, you probably could do one trip that has the 2 lightest people. I think the ones that you would struggle the most with would probably be Shroom and Udnath. Or not Udnath, sorry. Shroom and Wallace. But yeah, Brisk and... I would guess that with Yip out of the equation, it's got to be a toss-up between Arlo and Atia, who's the next lightest. And it's... I think it's got to be Arlo, because Atia's got her armor on, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, I'll just spend some time ferrying them back across.
So yes, after a little while, you guys make it across without anybody having to step foot on the scary-ass bridge. You can
Is
see
that
that
the best as much as
you can see that the chamber, there is a wall up ahead with another corridor that slopes upwards.
I don't think I would fit. So I will turn back into not bird form.
Like, what kind of slope is it? A very, like, steep
No,
slope, or?
no, it goes upwards, like, very gradually.
Alright, guess I'll get my shield out, kind of take the lead, start slowly walking up. Try and keep an eye out for any sort of traps or stuff.
I guess I'm still on the ceiling, but I have my stingers out.
Yeah, I'll have Sheila follow, lead 10 feet ahead.
Follow
I guess-
room 10 feet behind.
I guess Yip could have taken Sheila with him.
Oh, yeah!
That's true. This would have worked. Alright, so you guys slowly make your way up the chamber. And after a little while, the kind of natural lookingness of this chamber begins to fade away, as you can see that it has begun to be more architecturally sculpted. The floors are more flat. The walls are carved properly. You start to see the signs of pillars. This seems like it could potentially be like an dwarven structure here underneath the forest. And as you guys continue along, you find what seems to be maybe a large alchemy lab. There is 3 cauldrons, each bubbling with different colored liquids. There are there is a desk that has various notes scattered across it. There are shelves covered with old, moldy tomes, and there's shelves that have glass jars full of body parts, eyeballs, fingers, toes, tongues, all suspended in strange liquids. There is a sickening smell in this room as you guys take a look around.
Gloom shudders at the sight.
Fucking heck.
This place is weird.
Seems like they would be near.
They probably are.
Something moves at the edge of your vision, Wallace.
I try to turn to see it.
As you turn around, you see that there's nothing immediately there, and you're not sure what you saw moving until you see it again. Your shadow seems to be moving of its own accord, as it seems to be making gestures. It draws a finger across its neck, and then as you blink, it goes back to normal.
I think they're trying. Visions in my mind. Either that or Wallop is acting up again.
Who is Wallop?
You see, I've developed a sort of personality over the time that I was hidden underground. He can take charge if I freeze up in battle or become incapacitated. He's rather unpleasant, though.
Anyone know what to do next? Should we just tip the cauldrons over? That seems important.
Could I look in and try and figure out what is in the cauldrons?
Yeah, so examining the cauldrons, they are filled with a. Let me see what my notes say. Give me a second here. One of them has a kind of bubbling green liquid. Another one has like a crimson liquid that's bubbling. And the last one has a blue liquid that is kind of like emanating like a cold, like a chill from it.
Would I have any idea what these could be?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
That's 17.
Okay. So based off of the rot smell, you think the green liquid is probably some kind of, it's called murk water. It's an alchemical ingredient. The red liquid is probably crimson ichor, which again is another alchemical ingredient, often used for fire-based magic. And the last cauldron, the one that has the blue liquid, has azure dew in it, which is a alchemical ingredient often associated with frost.
Alright. I will tell this to the party.
Maybe 4.
What do we do here?
Well, I imagine the hags that we are dealing with. Is it more than one? One?
3.
A coven.
It's a coven.
I imagine each one specializes in a certain type of liquid in here. So I know.
So they might be important.
They probably are important. Just for the hags.
So, should we just get rid of them?
Ugnath, make a.
I'm not an
make a
expert in
perception
magic.
check, Ugnath. So,
15.
Ugnath, your eyes drift over to the table, the desk that is right by one of the cauldrons, which is littered with various notes, seemingly from the hag's hand. And let me go ahead and you guys should be getting a note in your journal that you guys can read.
Oh god, that's a lot for my brain right now.
It's Granny Pigtooth.
It's Granny Pigtooth.
She tried to eat 3 of us earlier in the campaign.
One is fire.
16. Was that the weird fucking meat one?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so you would also know Subject 16, Gloom, as one of Taskin's subjects, similar to you. A big psychic meat monster, to sum it up succinctly.
So they're preparing for a ritual.
Try and control 16.
Now, one thing that you guys would most likely notice is notably missing from this collection of notes that you found is the list of ingredients for the potions, the recipes. Although Granny Pig 2 mentions in these notes that she would write down the recipes for these potions does not seem to be among these notes that are on the desk.
Well, should we keep some of these potions and then get rid of the rest?
I have some vials in my potioner's kit. Could I take samples of each?
Yes.
Go forward in the chasm.
Sisters may not be as united as I originally thought. They seem
Hack's
very-
always
very
bigger,
lucky.
but they'll still fight together.
It depends. I turn them against each other.
Hmm. Should we
Why-
try and look for any other notes? Is there other desks or other places where notes would be?
Make an investigation check.
Okay, hold on. Investigation. I'm not good at that.
You start to look around, but you get distracted when you lock eyes with one of the eyeballs that's in a jar. And you find yourself just kind of staring at it.
So going to start looking around for different scribbles about the potions or something else.
Okay.
But hey.
Alright.
Sorry.
Alright, well, I was gonna say I will, because this is the last investigation check I'll allow, I will allow somebody to help you. So who would like to help Wallace so he gets that advantage?
Yep.
Because he's super good at finding stuffs.
Okay. So you guys start poking around. Wallace, you are looking for notes. Yep, you're just kind of poking around the room, looking at random stuff. When you find something that is actually mentioned in the note, a little hole in the wall seems to contain a little rat nest. And inside, kind of like as you kind of pass by, you catch a glimpse of a crumpled piece of paper within the rat's nest, as well as a small pouch full of some kind of alchemical powder.
That shit out.
Alright, so, unfolding the crumpled piece of paper, you find a second note.
We should probably keep a little bit extra. More than just a sample of each one.
Do we know why it is they communicate in notes and not face to face?
I think it was so that way the sisters wouldn't forget.
Also, if they're disguised as locals, they're probably not all here at once very often. Probably doing all their tricks up above, leaving themselves notes whenever they come back down here.
Could we not then track them down to locate Reacher in the town?
I don't know if the range is good enough to get the whole town.
Not the whole town, no. If we could figure out what they're doing.
There was only
we can
3
narrow it
cauldrons, right?
There are 3 cauldrons, yes.
A 1,000 feet, which isn't bad, but still.
Should we tamper with the fires?
It would freeze us too,
Definitely.
and none of us should be imprisoned.
Seems like you just need to mix them.
Where's this sun spore essence?
As you look around the chamber, go ahead and make a nature check as you start to identify the different alchemical ingredients here in the room.
Sticks?
Oof. You are hyper fixated and find the one ingredient that you were looking for, so you kind of overlook all the other ingredients. But notably, that ingredient that you're looking for, you do not see the sunspore. What's it called? Sunspore essence.
Yep. Well, are we gonna try to make these potions to put out the fires?
Are the
I feel we're
potions
missing a
already
lot of
made?
ingredients.
I think if we all look around, we might be able to find some of these.
We're also missing an entire drought needed.
Are we trying to gather everything we can? Is there... Yeah. Let's look around this room for the other ingredients on these lists.
I'll try to look for the ingredients then.
Okay.
I'll help someone
Same.
look for the other
Well,
ingredient.
help.
I'm still focused on the drought though.
Everybody who is looking, go ahead and give me a nature or investigation check.
Oh, God. Oh, never mind.
We all rolled really good.
Holy shit!
Oh my.
Well, y'all did.
Yeah.
So, Gloom, you aren't really much one for alchemy. You kind of get lost among the shelves. Arlo, you grab a jar of something, hoping that it's an alchemy ingredient, but it's you think you see a finger floating in there. You're not really sure. Though Wallace, as well as Shrew, and Atia, and Ugnath, you guys kind of make your way off into the room, looking for various ingredients on the list. Very quickly, Wallace, you find the burn root powder and a vial full of rot fang venom, both on the same shelf, thankfully. Shroom, although you're not sure, you're not, you've never used this ingredient before, you believe that the icy mushroom shard that you found has to be the shard of a glacier shroom. And you also find a small patch of fungal moss. Atia, you find a very viscous sap that you deduce must be the All-Mother sap. And you find a small amount of ashen lichen as well. Let's see. Brisk, were you searching or no?
No, I'm keeping an eye out for any scaries.
Okay. Ugnath, you find... let's see here. You find mooncap extract, which comes in a glowing vial. And Gip, you already possess in your inventory from the rat's nest the glowcap dust. So you guys actually have all of the ingredients, other than the one drought, the Sunspore Essence, which, after thoroughly searching the room, there is no Sunspore Essence here. But it seems as though you guys have the ingredients and the space here to create the first 3 of the droughts.
Should we go ahead and create them now?
Yeah, why not?
If you have the skills, this is not my area of expertise.
I'm not smart.
Me neither.
I've mixed herbs and made simple potions. Probably.
Good enough.
I can only do poison. That's it.
Well, you might be able to assist me in some of the grinding of ingredients.
Yes, I can follow
That I can do.
instructions.
Would you allow Gloom to help me make the potions?
Yes.
Unless
So I would say that working together, a lot of the ingredients can be prepared by even unskilled hands. Just doing the basic preparation. And then Ugnath, I'll give you advantage on the creation checks as you go around with Gloom, and the two of you begin to make these potions. So, yeah, starting with the Bane of Passion, you gather your ingredients and go ahead and make the alchemy kit? An alchemy kit intelligence check.
I have herbalism. I don't know if that counts.
I would say in that case, you do not have proficiency then, so then it's just going to be an intelligence check.
Not what I'm great at, but alright.
Actually, you know what? I would say wisdom. So what's your wisdom
wisdom
modifier? Just add that to your...
So that would be a 16.
Okay. Alright. So yes, after stirring clockwise until it turns a brilliant red, you stop before it bubbles, and you have successfully created the Bane of Passion, which you pour into... it seems that you have made enough to make 2 little flasks of Bane of Passion.
Alright, I'll hand them over to someone to hold on to.
All right. So moving on to the Frost of Despair. Again, you prepare the ingredients and go and make me another Wisdom check.
Ooh, not good.
After stirring for a little while, you realize that you've been stirring clockwise instead of counterclockwise. The potion does not turn a icy blue; it turns a dark, deep blue before exploding in your hands. You take 4 cold damage as the flask explodes, showering you with frost. You no longer, although you have plenty more Azure Dew to use, pulling from the cauldron, you no longer have the Mooncap extract or any more glacial shrimp to use for another attempt for this potion. Which brings us to the third brew, the Silence of Growth. You prepare your ingredients, the vial of murk water and the fungal moss, as well as the All-Mother sap, and go ahead and give me another Wisdom check.
That is an 8.
Oh lord.
These are some great rolls. Well, we only needed to dim 1 fire.
Again, unfortunately, as you mix the ingredients together, it starts to bubble and rise and foam out all over your hands. And as you pull back, recoiling, it burns into your scales. You take 8 points of acid damage.
Oh. Well, we have a few samples of the other droughts, but I can only make 1 vial. I'm a very skilled potion maker. And the note did say if 1 fire is weakened, subject 16 will loosen if given enough time.
Good.
Alright, well. Probably start then.
So you
Are
guys
there-
can see that there is another path that goes forward, kind of branching off from the right-hand side of this large alchemy lab. That leads to a staircase that kind of swivels down out of sight. It's like a spiral staircase.
I'll cast Cure Wounds myself. First level. So who's going down the stairs first?
I guess room well.
I'll be on the ceiling again. Harold and Shroom.
Alright. So you guys make your way down the stairs, which spiral downwards for quite a ways into the depths of the land beneath these forest. As you guys reach the bottom, you find yourselves in what appears to be you kind of descend into this just kind of little room full of small mushrooms, and at its edge is a doorway. The doorway has just like a really plain-looking wooden door across it.
Pen?
Oh god, did anyone grab the wand of secrets?
No.
Reveals traps and hidden passages. Seems like it would have been really good for this. Oh, I'm just gonna go open the door. Probably trapped.
Alright, the door.
Bring it on.
The door kind of slides open, or creaks open rather, revealing a corridor or a tunnel rather that slopes down. Again, it seems as though you've descended far enough that you're now below the dwarven structure that you were in before, and this seems to be like a natural tunnel beneath the forest. The tunnel slopes downwards for a while before it opens into a room that you can see a faint purple glow coming from. The room seems to open up quite large after the tunnel.
Gotta keep heading in.
Alright.
I'm quite surprised at how deep we've gone.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything weird. I do have a passive perception of 20, if that matters at all.
How high up is the ceiling?
In the corridor, or the tunnel rather, it's probably about 20 feet up, but as you get out into the next room, you guys are astounded to see that the room opens up into what seems to be like an almost impossibly large cavern here beneath the earth. It's so large that you actually cannot see the ceiling as it stretches away into mist above. However, you can only assume that it must be at least as long as the staircase that you guys just came down, plus the tunnel, which would put the room at quite tall indeed. It stretches into the distance, comprising a massive chamber filled with tree-sized mushrooms, just like on the surface, and dominated by a large pool of purple water. In the middle of the pool, there is kind of like a middle of the pool, there's kind of like a figure that seems to be almost like, although the room is lit up from the glow that seems to come up from this pool, the figure is like almost obscured in shadow as it hovers above the pool.
So you decided to come back, did ya?
Fuck.
I thought you'd turn tail and ran. Suppose it's good that I left. Now, I've left a present for you here, dearies, but let me tell you, if you make it out of here, I'll make sure that your death is as painful as it can be. Although, I won't lie, I don't think you're going to survive this one. Bye-bye, dearests.
The figure disappears, and you guys begin to see movement all throughout the large chamber. Behind you, at the entrance to the tunnel that you guys came in from, a wall of thorny vines forms, blocking the path. And one second here. As a large group of enemies begins to take form, you can see gargoyles descending from the foggy, spore-filled area above you, as well as shadowy hounds emerging from the pool, preparing to charge at you guys. So, let's see here. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. Alright, Shroom. You are first up as you spring into action. Always ready, always vigilant.
I've gone first. Oh god, there's like 2 different ways I could do this. Okay, well, guess I'm gonna move over here. Oh god, there's so many. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to use the Shield of the All-Mother on choosing all these enemies around me.
Alright.
And that's gonna be a DC 15. If I remember correctly from the last time we talked. Strength save.
One of the shadow mastiffs, and then all of the gargoyles. So, strength
I was primarily aiming for the gargoyles. I don't really kind of want to get the mastiffs any closer to us.
So this will be the gargoyles all fail.
Well, the ones around me, the ones that are the most, because yeah, there's gonna be I got another thing that's gonna happen after this.
And then these ones. However, you are unable to pull the stronger looking gargoyles. You do pull the 2 weaker ones into your grasp with your fungal strength.
Alright. Oh, better than nothing. Then I will use, God dang it, where is it? Yeah. Earth Shatter, so I'll use my action to use my Warden's Grasp, which, now the ones within 5 feet of me, so I guess those 2, just trying to get more, have to make another strength save or get knocked prone. Also, they have to use the disengage action to get away from me because of Worm's Grasp, and then there's another thing on top of that that gives me a higher armor class.
Okay.
There's a bunch of different shit that happens.
Okay. Alright, they are
And that's basically my turn.
Alrighty, so then
Not as good as I was gonna go for.
next up are the gargoyles. Okay, well, they're just gonna stand up anyway.
Yeah, it would have been better if it was the other guys.
Okay, so this one's gonna come flying in from behind. And so yeah, the first two are gonna attack you, Shroom, since you just baited them.
Yep,
It's make
that
one bite,
is-
one claw.
that's a miss. That's a miss.
Alright, and then the third one is going to come swooping in at you, Arlo, with a bite and a claw.
Ouchie. Okay.
Oh, I forgot.
What is your armor class?
It's gonna be a big old 14. So both of those hit.
Just one of them, because the claws rolled a 7. So, he does
Boring.
he does swoop in and take a bite out of your arm for 6 piercing damage, but you're able to kind of like beat him off before he can come in for the claw attack. Which brings us to the hip.
Real quick.
Uh-huh.
This guy by Glue
Uh-huh.
needs to make a con save.
Okay.
He's within 10 feet of me. That is going to be 3 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Alright, go ahead, yep.
Sorry, trying to over lunch up. Okay. Does this ledge that we're sitting on go down like far, or is it just like kind of a small dip?
Nope, it's just a little tiny dip, and then the pool itself is shallow enough that the shadow mastiffs are only like ankle deep in it.
Yep, we'll get ankle deep in it too. Are you gonna move up? Actually, I'll just move up. I'm gonna Dragon's Breath him.
Okay.
So he powers up some lightning, and black lightning comes out. And that's +5. Or no, 4. +4.
Alright, so they fail that, so they will take 15 lightning.
And that'd be it for our turn.
Alright. Arlo, you're up next.
Alrighty. Arlo's just gonna take a swing, a punch at the gargoyle beside her. Let's see, normal.
Alright, so you come in with your fist, and just crack it right in the side of, like right on its wing, where it connects, kind of like knocking it back a bit. It takes 7 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, and then I will make another strike at it. Let's see if I hit. Does 14 hit it?
Unfortunately, as you come in this time, it kind of flaps its wings back at you, knocking your attack away.
Okay. Well, that's me.
Alright, next up is the Margoyles, the larger of the gargoyles. These two over here are going to respond to your attack ship by flying in and making some moves on you. So we've got, they get to make 2 claw attacks and a bite attack. And they can replace the bite with a gore if they would like. I think I'm just going to use the bite. So we've got 2 bites and 4 claw attacks coming at you. Yep. We'll start with the bites, and then the claws.
God damn those nat 20s.
Wow.
Ouch.
Hit 'em.
Are the only ones that hit are the nat 20s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, although they come in for several attacks, you're able to like hold them off by like creating little barriers of static electricity. However, they kind of team up for their last two attacks to deal a couple of critical strikes to you, attacking on either side, forcing you to be unable to defend yourself. As you take the 8 slashing and then 10 slashing. And then the third of your gargoyles is going to fly around you, Shroom, and go ahead and he will make a Constitution save for your scored thing.
Yep.
Which he fails. And yeah, so did you just use or lose concentration on Dragon's Breath? Is that what that was?
Yeah, I'm coming through.
Shit. That's rough.
Hello?
Yeah, now you are. That's rough.
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes 5 damage. Hold up.
I literally just not need to roll in that one to keep.
He's gonna come around here, and he's going after you, Ugnaught, with a
No.
bite and 2 claws.
I'll use my reaction to cast Soothsayer Shield. So only the 22 hits.
So, you summon a shield of. What does your Soothsayer shield look like?
I imagine the spores around me congeal real fast to make a defensive layer of them.
Alright, so yeah, your the spores like harden into almost like a shell that blocks the attack. It begins to rapidly reform, although not quick enough, as it slides a claw in between the gap, slashing you for 7 damage. You are able to reform the shell, though, and block its third attack. Which brings us to Brit.
Great. I'm gonna spend 5 sorcery points to cast Blinding Pain as a psionic spell. Comes without verbal somatic material components, and I'm gonna cast it on these 5 right around. So it doesn't do anything immediately. Here's the description. So they will be making their saves at the start of their turn.
Okay. Perfect. Anything else, Brit?
With my movement of 5 feet, and I'm going to blink half my own speed, so 15. I'm gonna head over here because I don't think they can get away from shore.
Alrighty. Perfect. Atia, you are up next.
Alright, so as a free action, I'm gonna summon my weapon as a great axe, and I'm gonna attack this guy over here.
Perfect. Your splinter weapon appears in your hand in a cloud of mist. As you come in for the attack, following up right on where Arlo hit, you cleave this guy's wing clear off, kind of capitalizing on the crack that Arlo had already made.
I'll try to hit it again.
As you follow up with your second attack, it kind of swivels around and dodges out of the way.
That's it for me.
Alright, Gloom, you are up next.
I'm gonna move forward and attack the guy in front of me with the hammer.
Alright, so you slam him for 7 bludgeoning damage as your club just smacks right into him.
Push him back 5 feet,
Alright.
and second attack with the hammer arm again.
That is
And I
again
push
a
him back
hit. And you can push
another
him.
5 feet. And that is it for my turn.
Alright. Ugnath, you are up next.
So, quick clarification on the staff.
Uh-huh.
Is it going to be an action? Because it doesn't say it's an action to do it.
Yeah, it would be an action. Sorry.
Okay. Up 5 feet over, and then slam my staff into the ground. And I don't know if you can see the white circle I have around my character or not.
Yes.
Then all the creatures inside that circle need to make a DC 17 strength save,
Okay.
or be restrained.
Alright, the gargoyles made it. And the margoyles did not.
They take 11 points of piercing damage as earthy vines come out of the ground and wrap around them, and everyone has advantage against them.
Nice.
And as a bonus action, I'll have Sheila run over to this gargoyle and make a bite and claw attack.
Alright.
Looks like 23 for Sheila points of damage. Unless a 20 and a 21 does not hit.
They sure do hit. So yes, 23 points of damage as Sheila just goes to town on this guy. Alright. Anything else, Ugnath?
That is it. That's all I can do.
Alright, next up are the Shadow Mastiffs, which are going to come charging in here.
Before you go with the next round of enemies, I don't think I'm in the turn order.
Oh, indeed you are not. What'd you roll on your initiative?
I think I got a 20.16.
Oh. I also forgot.
Oh,
The gargoyles, or not the gargoyles, the other ones need to make 2 con saves. As they're my spores.
Okay. I put you in there, Max.
I don't think either one of those succeed.
Okay. Alright, Wallace, go ahead and take your turn now.
I'm wondering if these gargoyles or margoyles are something that would be affected by Dispel Construct, or
You're fairly certain from your research that gargoyles are elementals.
okay, I'm just gonna take a couple of blasts at them with my Force Gauntlet.
Which ones?
I'm gonna attack the one kind of down and to my right, also in front of Shroom and Ugnath.
Okay. Okay, you don't have advantage, so the first one misses as it kind of flutters up out of the way of the attack. But as it's coming down, it does get blasted by the second attack.
Is there a way I can turn advantage off? It's like it's on every time I roll. I don't know
Yeah, so
what's going on.
There should be a
Yeah,
toggle.
there should. So up at the top of your character sheet, you'll see there's a bunch of little options in purple. You you see how it's set to advantage right now? You can set it to normal or disadvantage. Hit
Oh,
normal and
oh,
that'll
I'm
make
terribly
it-
sorry. Okay.
Nope.
You're
Okay.
okay.
Not a problem. So now
Right, who
the
saved,
Shadow Mastiffs.
Who saved the rolls for the restraint?
The gargoyles did.
Okay.
Okay, so we got one Shadow Mastiff that's going to go after Arlo, one that's going to go after Atia, and then two that are going to go after Yip. They all just get to make one bite attack, so we're going to go from left to right. So this one is on Arlo. So it comes in and bites down onto your arm, Arlo, with its shadowy teeth. Go and give me a strength save.
Okay.
You are not knocked down, but you can tell it's trying to drive you off your feet. Atia, you're next, but you're able to fend off the attack. And then these next two are going after Yip. Yip, the Shadow Mastiffs can't get close as you just blast them back with your black lightning. And... Go ahead, Shrew.
And I'm just gonna move over 5 feet. Bonus action. Just continue my Warden's Grasp on these guys. And I'm just gonna make 2 attacks against the guy in front of me.
Alright.
Where are you? Axe.
Alright, those both hit, and you just cleave a couple of large marks right into this guy. He's kind of like fumbling backwards. And that brings us to Wallace.
Alright, I'm gonna turn around and take a step towards Yip. I'm gonna cast a second level Cure Wounds on it. Or is that yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, I'm gonna cast second. I'm sticking with it. Don't listen to my yammering, I'm just trying to find the spell.
And who are you healing?
Yip.
Alright. So, Yip, you feel a, Wallace kind of like pulls out, like one of his fingers pulls back, revealing like a little needle, which he pricks you with, and injects you with some healing stuff. Need
The
some-
Oh, it's you.
Alright, gargoyles are next. And the two next to you, Shroom, are gonna just keep trying to attack you because they can't move.
We need to make wisdom saves for
Yes,
blinding
sir, they
pain.
do.
I'll roll damage once for all 3.
Okay, so I'll go left to right for the rolls. The guy over here is not blinded. And what's the DC? 18?
It's 17 right now.
17. Okay, so the other two are blinded. Okay, so the two that are next to you, Shroom and They just kind
None of those hit.
feebly scratch at your massive armored carapace. The last one is gonna go after Arlo.
Okay. Yep.
Arlo, they come flying towards you, even with one wing. It plummets down and kind of like bites into your upper arm, and then as you are like punching it, trying to get it off you, it also is like raking its claws across you as you take 8 points of damage. And then that is gonna bring us to Yip.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step back, take 2 opportunity attacks from a Mastiff and a whatever.
So the two guys are restrained. Are you able to make it?
The Mastiff isn't though, so he should be able to make
Yeah,
it.
I think
They're able to take it.
with advantage or with disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Mastiff misses, and then the Gargoyle gets disadvantage. He also misses.
Call lightning and drop it on the one so it hits all 4 of them.
Alright. Dex save, right?
And all that.
So that's for the two
Oh, well.
Gargoyles. And the two Shadow Mastiffs, so they all fail. So what is it?
2
22?
lightning. 22.
22. Nice. As your lightning bolt just like cascades down on these guys, showering them with black lightning that seems to cling to them.
That's it for me.
Alright. Go ahead, Arlo.
Alright, just gonna continue to pummel this gargoyle. Bum.
Alright, you give him a haymaker right to the face.
Okay, and see. Damn it! Every time I try to do it.
The second attack, though, it does duck back out of the way.
Okay, and I'll use my bonus action since I hit with the first one to add a D8 with my brute force feature.
Alright. You can see its jaw looks all cracked from where you just hit it. Anything else, Arlo?
Gonna be me.
Alright, next up is the Gargoyles. Do they get to repeat the save at the end of their turn for the...
Yes.
So they are all going to attempt strength saves. We're just going to do one save to save time, which they fail. So that brings us to Briz.
I think they can still take their turn as normal. They just get disadvantage on everything.
I see. Well, then I will have the one next to Yip attack and the one next to you attack. So.
The top 2 need wisdom saves also.
Okay.
One whole point of damage.
Yeah, they already have disadvantage, so. But they're blinded too. They're blinded and restrained. They've got super disadvantage. Alright, yep, those are for you. You dodge out of the way of these restrained or blinded creatures. And then these are for you, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forget these guys get an extra claw attack. It's for you, yep. Alright. Somehow the blind creature manages to hit you for a critical. just kind of gouging you for 5. And that one's for you, Gloom. The 20. Sorry, does it maintain it? Oh shit, it's not a critical. He's got disadvantage.
Can I not hit with my reaction? I put up a shield.
Alright, that's it for the gargoyles, so go ahead, Briz.
Start of my turn, I'm going to summon my rapier once more in a little cloud of mist. I'm gonna step up and strike at this one with a booming blade.
See, I want to do something different than last turn, but the best option is just to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so yeah, you come in brisk and you slice this guy across the back for 10.
Bonus action, I'm gonna try for a puff of smoke on this one. Need a dexterity saving throw. DC is at 19.
Disadvantage on the dex save.
14, no such luck.
I think he was already blinded.
The bottom one?
From the blinded pain, right? Oh no, that
Oh.
was the top 2. Okay, yes, so he is also blinded now. Alright, anything else, Briz?
And yeah, last thing, it's more in a puff of mist. He's going to shoot back about 10 feet.
Alright. Go ahead, Atia.
Alright, I'm gonna attack this guy with my great axe.
Okay, so you bring your axe down on the Shadow Mastiff and easily cleave into its shadowy flesh.
I'm gonna attack him again.
This time the dog just kind of poofs away into a puff of smoke as you defeat it. So that was the one on the initiative.
They were after me, I think.
Yes.
That's it from.
Alright. Next up is Blue.
Can I move 5 feet to my left? Or would that be difficult to write?
You would just be underneath that mushroom, so that's fine.
And then I'm gonna hit it with the hammer.
Okay.
You have advantage if you want to roll to see if you get a critical.
Okay.
Okay, so 14 bludgeoning damage. Push it back 5 feet.
And I'm gonna do it again.
This time, he ducks out of the way of your attack.
And that's gonna be it for my turn.
Go ahead, Unath.
I'm gonna do the same thing as last turn.
That's for the Mastiffs. The Margoyles are next. And then the Gargoyles.
So they all take 6 damage and are restrained.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna command Sheila to tear into this Margoyle.
Alrighty.
A 23 and a 12.
So the 12 misses, but the 23 hits.
Where's
Yes, so as your vines erupt from the ground, grasping all of the creatures, Sheila does come in and bite into the Margoyle there. Anything else, Ugnath?
That's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, next up are the Shadow Mastiffs. The one that's next to you, Wallace, is going to try to make an attack with disadvantage. Does a 16 hit?
No, that does not hit.
Okay. And then the other one is going to try to make an attack against Atia with disadvantage, which also misses. And the third one is restrained and can't get over there to attack. So the three of them at the end of their turn get to try to remake the save, which they fail. Alright, go ahead, Shrew.
They also take 7 more damage. It's supposed to be at the start of their turn, but I forgot.
Although that actually kills them, so. Shroom, you somehow are unable to connect with your first attack, but go ahead and attack again because that
sorry,
would
I was
be with
muted.
advantage.
Oh, right. What the? Okay, yeah. Alright.
Which one are you attacking?
The one directly in front of me.
Okay, he is
The
dead.
one below. Yeah.
As you just collapse his head. Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
Alright, next up is Wallace.
Right. I'm gonna take aim at this one here. No.
Alright.
And I'm gonna fire off a. How close to dead is he looking? Has he been shocked by that lightning already?
They all look pretty close to dead.
Just gonna hit him with a pair of regular force blasts.
And hey, wouldn't you know it, that's enough to kill him. Okay, next up is the gargoyles.
Needs to make a con save.
Okay.
It takes 2 damage. Necrotic from my spores.
Okay. Let's see. So they're restrained. So I guess he'll make an attack with disadvantage against Shroom, and then the other one will make an attack with disadvantage against Arlo.
I also forgot to take 5 piercing damage as they start their turns in the thorny sharp vines.
So that's against Arlo, which misses, and then that one's against Shroom, which misses. Go ahead, yep.
Go ahead and burn an insightful maneuver. Hope he dies. And then call down lightning again.
Okay. Alright. So that's. Let's see. Dex save.
It's 38 lightning.
Perfect. That kills him as well. Go ahead, Arlo.
Okay, let's see. Punch in the gargoyle.
Perfect.
Oh, it landed. Cool.
Take
Take that damage.
as your fist charges up with energy, you slam it right into the gargoyle's face, and he collapses into a pile of dirt on the ground.
Oh, lovely. Well, then in that case, I will sort of scoot on over to here and do the other attack on the Mastiff.
bring your fist right into this creature's face, dealing 11 damage. Anything else, Arlo?
Okay. I'll use my bonus to once again do brute force on that one for additional 2.
Alright.
And that's it.
Go ahead, Brisk.
A puff of smoke on the one in front of me. Need a dex save. I'm just gonna take a swing at it. Will not do it. Move up, take my swing. 26 for 18.
Alright, that brings it down.
And I'll move back. Why not?
Alright,
Not
next up
that I'm good.
is Atia.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the mastiff in front of me with my great axe.
Alright, that cleaves it and leaves just a cloud of smoke that rises out from its place.
Awesome, so I'm gonna move over here and use my second attack on that guy.
Alright, so bringing your axe down for your second attack, you also defeat this creature. And as the dust clears and the fight ends, we're going to go ahead and end the session tonight.